Militia Actual Play. It begins. The spiders have grown tired of waiting for the red wires to bring the fight out to them, so they decide to move in with hostile intent. Little do they know, Kennel has somebody on speed dial. It's time to begin episode 95. They will be screaming obscenities in true Horatio fashion.
Oh dear God, this is gonna be great. All right, so at this point, seeing that you guys aren't coming out, the spiders begin pushing in earnest. With that being the case, after Improv blows up the first chunk, Improv, you fire. You don't do a whole lot of damage to the roadmaster that you hit. You didn't in the roof of it, but the three cars beside it, two of them completely flip over onto their backs. The other one, from the shockwave of the explosion, the top and the hood of the car are both dented in horribly.
Nice.
So, if everyone would please roll me initiative.
Damn.
Pain focuses my mind.
Improv.
17.
Horatio.
26.
Kennel.
14, 1-4.
Now, do you have any of your dogs or anything with you?
They are all inside the treehouse. I was going to keep them out of initiative until we got into like melee range, and then I was going to send them out. I mean, I could roll for them, but that'd be 5 extra things to track an initiative. Or are we at melee range now?
Oh no, God no. They still have like 20 yards to like 20, 30 meters to cover to get to you guys.
Okay, well if they actually make it to the treehouse, then if you don't mind, I'll roll them in then. But since we're throwing the bombs and stuff out, I would rather not send the dogs into that meat grinder yet.
Okay, Kennel, if you could roll me 8 plus 2d6. Horatio, you roll me 8 plus 2d6. Juliet, roll me 9 plus. What's the drug of choice for your guys? Do you remember? Was it okay?
I'm pretty sure. No, wait. Was it crayon?
It was one or the other. I don't remember.
Backing up on this, I actually.
I mean, we were giving all our guys cram because it's cheap and it lasts for a long ass time.
Yeah, I think it was cram actually.
All right, so.
Okay. How much? Sorry, 8 plus 2.
Yep, 8 plus 2. All right, Kennel, what did you get?
I rolled an amazing 18, 1-8.
Improv.
18.
Horatio.
16.
And Tar, you there yet? Okay.
19.
All right, top of the order. 2 of you guys get to go first.
Can I try to make another ballista shot?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, ballista took a long time to load, so.
Okay, so
we'll say it takes a complex action to reload it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so yeah, complex action to reload, get it set up. So one more of you guys.
I believe Juliet's out of the combat zone right now, so yeah. I rolled initiative out of reflex. Anything else?
No, I wanted you to roll.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Horatio.
It gives me a timer for how long it will take you to get there.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, if Juliet doesn't have an action, how far away is the closest bad guy, Mr. GM? And I'm assuming I'm up on the roof because I was helping Improv with the ballista.
Yeah. For the people on the ground, the closest one's probably 50 meters away from the roof of the treehouse.
If I run up to the edge, can I get to 48 meters?
I will allow you to cheese it. Now, one thing to note is if you want, you use never mind. You use accelerometers. You use motion. Never mind.
Actually, what I wanted to do, because I have all these Halloween or Molotov cocktails, I was going to chuck some of those out there. And,
I mean, that works. Go for it.
Yeah, all right. So long range is a -3, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And that's 3 hits.
Now, remind me what the cocktails do.
Set stuff on fire, potentially. It is 9p with a fall off of -3 per meter. It has an AP of -6. And it's basically just fire damage.
Okay, and what are you aiming at? Are you trying to hit a car?
Yes,
You
the
aiming for a person?
basically the closest, the first vehicle on the line, because just like in all the awesome action movies, because this is kind of what this is in Kennel's head, there's always got to be that Molotov that hits a car and starts burning on the hood or the windshield. That's what we're going for. And if the windshield should happen to break and the Molotov cocktail goes inside and cooks everybody like a barbecue, well then so be it.
Okay. With 3 successes, you don't bust the windshield, but you do set the car at least on fire.
And see, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm contributing to the team. As that is a simple action, I'll take another simple action, not to take cover, but to lift up my riot shield and try to protect improv as best I can.
So you set this thing on fire. It begins smoldering. The car itself actually catches fire, but it is still moving forward and is still pressing up. All right, Juliet Special Forces. Let's see, where would they be best suited? They have some of the longer guns. The dwarves will say or move up to the 2nd or 3rd floor, just enough to see out over top of everything. The ones with assault rifles take pot shots and begin hitting the people who are moving up on foot. The guys with the grenade launchers. Juliet, would you mind making me a? I think they had 10d6 to hit. That sounds right.
I'm checking now. For their heavy weapons, they had 10, yes. 10 dice total for grenade launchers.
Yep, so please roll me for those. And they had air burst, so they only need 1 success. Okay, so both of them, one hits the vehicle that Kennel just set on fire. It explodes in a nice big, fireball. The other one seems one of the other cars that's pushing up to the north gate. Kennel here, since you're the only troll, you get to decide what the trolls do.
So trolls aren't super duper smart, but they do carry big machine guns. So I think it is a good idea because they tend to forget that whole let go of the trigger thing. We have 4 of them, I believe. Then they're just
5 if you.
I'm not counting my dad. Dad is staying inside, okay? He's got a bad knee from when we were kids. From when I was a kid and we were playing football, and I hit him so hard that he broke his knee. So I mean, I got to take care of Dad. But I think that sending some CFAs because they have the strength necessary to absorb all that recoil sounds good.
All right, so roll me, I think 8d6 for them. Yeah, 8d6.
Roll it 4 times or just the once?
Just the once.
That's 3 hits.
Okay, so they each are able to take out a person each, despite just holding, more or less just holding down the trigger. Then improv, the snipers. What's the snipers' focus? They were kind of your brainchild whenever you guys were drafting everything. So what's their focus?
Anyone who looks like they're in charge, right? I mean, if you're in the spiders or gang and you're bigged up, then you're gonna, be yearsed out or showing off somehow. I mean, you don't have officers insignia, but you look fancier. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So whoever looks fanciest and are therefore the officers.
All right, I need 2 rolls from you. Roll me a 12d6 for observing detail, and then however many successes you get on that. Okay, so roll me 14d6.
Rip.
What the crap ass?
Mel Gibson time.
All right, so they each take take some shots. They're not necessarily like in charge or anything. They're not like the sergeant. He's in that the roadmaster. Good lord, couldn't think of it. He's in the roadmaster, but they take some shots at some corporal-looking guy, and they're able to drop 2 of them.
Nice.
And then one more of you guys get to go. So, yeah, Improv and Kennel, you two went. So, yeah, Horatio or Juliet.
Where am I, Mr. GM?
You were in the Valkyrie module, so you're on either the first.
All right, well, we have the first floor rigged to explode. So I'm going to move up to the second floor.
Okay. You can see the surrounding rooftops, and you can see out the front gate.
And people are piling in through the front gate, is that correct?
They're starting to make their way to the front gate. They know it's booby-trapped. They've been through here a little bit beforehand.
Okay, well, we need to draw them in. So I will grab my AK and then take cover.
All right. And then we're on to the red wires themselves. Horatio, these are kind of your boys. What do you want them doing? Do you just want them taking up positions and trying to keep people back?
No, because they know, we've been communicating, right? And so they kind of know the plan, which is to attempt to let people get in. Because we need them to enter the grounds and enter the no man's. So they will be screaming obscenities in true Horatio fashion.
Okay. So you just want them screaming at people?
Yeah, once people start getting in, because their orders are basically to take cover and not fire until people enter the grounds, because we need them to enter the grounds. And so if they're keeping people back, we're not going to kill as many as we need.
Okay. And where do you want them positioned? Do you want them like on the grounds itself? Do you want them in the treehouse?
No, they would be in the treehouse, with the exception of a few who are on the ground floor.
Okay. Outside of like harassing shots, they're not really doing a whole lot. Outside of drawing people in. The sergeant is going to pass his turn and give it to somebody else. All right, so the first set of cars has begun making their way actually onto the grounds of the treehouse itself, but there's still plenty of there's still plenty more behind it. Improv, a handful of your bombs that you had rigged as tripwires outside end up going off to shouts of pain and suffering.
Nice.
And then Juliet, you're the last to go.
Quick question about video editing. Does it require any computer skill? Or can Juliet just download an app of some kind to help her?
I think editing is computer. Or is it
Uh,
software?
It's an edit file action, or it's software.
Just splicing video. Cutting out sections and mashing the rest together.
It will just say software.
Okay. The thing is, I think she'd be defaulting, and that means she's got like one die. I want her to edit what she has so far in her flashback system. And yes, this is hopefully something that she can do while running.
So what are you trying to do to video edit?
She's a flashback system, so it's a Simrig plus perfect memory, right? So while she's just on her own, hoofing it back to the treaty house, she's going to be splicing together the most fun booms and splats from her mayhem that she's been conducting lately.
Okay.
And then putting it on a Metalink, a burner, and setting it to open broadcast to any other Metalink in the area, and putting some Trog Rock in the background, and then just leaving it.
Okay.
I mean, if she can selectively target any other comlink that's not what the heck? Yeah. Full broadcast.
All right. Just so you know, it's going to take you 3 combat turns to make it to the treehouse. To the area around the treehouse, I should say.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want a sprinting roll, or does it matter?
It's up to you.
I know there might be other people around still, so she's going to be relatively careful. She's going to be running, but trying to not just run full tilt into a spider's. So yes, not sprinting, just running.
All
3
right.
combat turns, please.
Okay. Kennel and Improv. Both of you notice a pair of guys on one of the surrounding buildings is holding 2 of them are both holding fairly large tubes. They both squeeze a hidden trigger, and you see a stream of white smoke heading your direction.
Boy.
Ruh-roh.
Is there anything you guys want to do?
Well, how long do we have before impact?
It'll be there at the start of their next turn.
Start of their next turn. All right, I don't have enough time. I guess we got to run. I don't have enough time to hack it.
Well, if we have that much time, then
You
we
can.
just use a movement action.
I'm just going. Well, remember kill code. You can recklessly hack.
I suppose.
Well, if we decide to run,
For control device detonate, right?
Mm-hmm. And controlled device is simple.
How many marks? How many marks would I need to do? Because that affects my reckless pool.
Wait, it would be wireless. Yeah, it's a wireless detonation, so it'd be a free action.
Okay.
They're on a neighboring rooftop?
Yes.
Okay.
They're like about 3 blocks back.
Okay.
Okay, let me know when I can make that roll.
Well, it's at the top of the turn.
Oh, sure, I'll do it now then. There you go.
Ah.
By 1. Oh my.
Ah. I wanted to blow up the ballista. So yeah, both of the missiles that are heading directly towards you, they're flying out. You see the icons in AR, and they explode harmlessly above the walls of the treehouse itself. So when more do you guys get to go?
Well, I have a plan. So first thing I want to do is I am going to chuck another grenade. I'm actually going to chuck a grenade this time down at the oncoming vehicles.
Okay.
How far are they now? You said that they had approached some more.
A couple of the vehicles who had rolled really, really well together quickly. They're just now hitting the gate, so they're only about probably 20 meters away from you.
Okay. In that case, we are going to chuck a high explosive at one. And you said they're 20 meters away. That's a -1 for me. Whoa! 1 hit on 14 dice. Wow, I guess we're edging that. There we go.
What, you don't want the grenade potentially bouncing around the place that you guys are?
You know, I was thinking about it, but I decided I don't. So that's a 16p. Oh, good lord. 16p with a 2 per meter drop off, AP -2.
AP -4?
2, sir.
2.
And that's just a standard high explosive grenade.
Okay. This thing explodes. It doesn't destroy it or anything, but it causes significant damage both to the car itself, and it appears to be whoever's inside. They don't like being exploded. Who knew?
And what I would also like to do is so that's a simple action to do that. I'll do another simple action to take cover, again, shielding improv with my big ol' riot shield. And here's where it's going to get fun. John the Shaman in the Plastic Jungles. I'm going to send him a message that says 1,000 new yen if you get a spirit over here to kill these suckers that are attacking us.